line it up to paint time.
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And the highlight of this game could be the matchup at the 5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
Here are the starters for Houston. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Thompson out there with Alperon Şengün. And it's Mitchell in at the 1.
George playing strong down low. Love to see him finish with authority.
And so it's Houston with it. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. To the middle. Here's Green. An easy 2 on the layup.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from.
George left side. It's stolen by Green.
Philadelphia foul. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Brooks. Now Thompson. And rejected. Here's the break. Here's George. And he drains the quick shot.
Stepping in from the line, George, very good and capable from mid-range.
Outside, Green. Shoots from 12. Rebound by Philadelphia. 30 straight for them is incredible. They now only trail the 71-72 Lakers for the longest winning streak in NBA history.
Guys, I tell you what, they're playing some of the best basketball that I've ever seen. I mean, they look virtually unbeatable. The key now is they continue to try to strive for consistency, to be ready to handle whenever the next loss does come up. That's going to be the key, bouncing back when they do have somebody in this streak.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. The kick out to Maxey. Here's the general. He played a great game against Charlotte. Good work defensively by Brooks.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Pass to Şengün. Back to Green. Down low. Here's Thompson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going. Rockets trail by 7. Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift, and that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
So, on the floor for Houston, Jalen Green is out there with Whitmore. Then it's Jock Landale. Then it's Jabari Smith. And it's Eason in at the 3. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, the general, their last time out against the Hornets, just played phenomenal. He had 46 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? A game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Outside, Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's the General. 5 points in the game. Here's Yabusele. Pass to the General. From downtown. Rebounded by Green. Rockets trail by 5. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Inside. Here's Smith. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here's the General. Markkanen with a screen on Smith. And the General gets it to go.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Now here's Whitmore, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's the General. Lets the 3 fly, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
I like this trend. He's hit 2 triples this period, has 3 for the game.
Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Wow. Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for Larry Markkanen. And Houston will go for a different look here. Alperen Şengün's checked in for Landale. Thompson comes in for Smith. Dylan Brooks checked in for Eason. And Mitchell subbed in for Whitmore. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. 7-point differential. And following this one, they'll take on the Timberwolves in Minnesota. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Here's the General. He's got 11. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Puts up a 3. Connects from downtown. The General's got 14 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now here's Green. 6 points for him. The shot. The General pulls it in. The General's got 4 rebounds in the game. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. George, he's checked in for Grimes. And a change for the Rockets. Eason's checked in for Green. 56 seconds left in the half. Eason, pass to Brooks. Eason with the ball. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Pass to Thompson, down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go. So it's Philadelphia up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
They're getting good looks from range. That's been the key.
But they also hit a bunch of contested threes, playing with great
And let's move on to the race for rookie. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for...
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
We've got George. Joel Embiid is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's the general. Embiid is screen on Thompson, the general. From outside, off the mark.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Now here's Green. It's a 5-point game. Nice execution inside from Green.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Pass to the general. Embiid, a screen on Thompson. The general, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Now here's Thompson. Defense right on him. And here's Green from the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer. Allen Iverson back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at Oklahoma.
Oh! What a hammer!
Oh, man! Well, we're seeing validation as to why Green went second overall in the draft. He's got a unique ability to score the ball.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Brooks outside. Pass to Green. For the lead. Look at Green showing off his range.
Green getting very aggressive on the perimeter and really good concentration as he focused on his shot.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's the general. 17 points in the game. Knocks down the triple. The general's got 20 points.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Now Şengün. And his scoring average impressive. Putting up 17 a game. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Maxey. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
You talk about taking flight. That's exactly what he did there. And he made it look easy.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Şengün. To the inside. Thompson. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. The general passes to Embiid. And the 76ers another 3.
Love the confidence from Joel. He gets the ball and knows exactly what he's going to do with it before he gets it.
Now here's Green. Back to Thompson. Will it go? The rebound by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 6. And the General gets it to go. He's got 22.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And the 76ers making a change here. Grimes is checked in. And Houston making a change here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist by Mitchell.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Maxey on the wing. George, a screen on Smith. The General passes to George. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. George has got 9.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Picked by Smith. Here's Whitmore outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
George, a screen on Smith. And the General gets it to go. The General's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Outside Whitmore. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
The General, no good. Rockets trail by 6. To the paint. Eason finds Şengün. And here's Whitmore. He's got 9. The 3, Smith. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking off. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a...
Houston making a change here. Mitchell's checked in, and timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Grimes, the pass to the General. They grab their own miss. Embiid. Here's the General. Off the mark there with a 3.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
So the Houston 5 right now. Green out there with Mitchell. Then there's Whitmore. Then it's Smith. And it's Eason in at the 4-man position. Pass to Markkanen. Here's the General. Defended by Eason. Here's the General. 3-pointer, no good.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Here's Whitmore outside. Missed it. 5 for 7 from the field. The 76ers have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Here's McCain. Here's the General. Drops in the 3. The General's got 28 points for the game.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Outside, Green. There's the 3. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now. Philadelphia's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's the General. 3-pointer. And the 76ers another 3.
Wow. What can you say?
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Trailing by 5. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Some changes for Philadelphia. George, he's checked in for Markkanen, and it's Maxey in for Grimes. Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, "You're just chucking up the first three you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work." Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
And Ali, thanks. Shot clock at 2. Rebound by Philadelphia. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Embiid. Down low. Embiid puts it in.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
Here's Green. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's the General. Defended by Thompson. And the General gets it to go.
Always able to see the complete floor. Maxey, great vision.
Rockets trail by 9. Green in the post. Misses off the left iron.
He's fallen into a bit of a slump this quarter. How quickly things can turn.
Here's the General. Soft touch off the glass. The General's got 18 points in just the second half.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Now here's Green. He's covered closely. Tipped.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the 76ers.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year.
It's been a one-sided matchup. They took the right approach in this season series, finishing with a 2-0 record against the Rockets.
And what a huge performance it was for the General.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
The 3 from Thompson, and that one's good. And Green with the assist.
Good read from Green there, getting better at sensing when his teammates are wide open and need the ball.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. The General. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Takes the 3. Off target. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence too.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Ali LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you next time.
MP, you're about to go off.
Thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. And Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. General is out there with Paul George. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard. Here's the General. McCain's shot is off. Irving kicks to Gafford. Back to Irving. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Davis surveying the floor. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the General. That's his first foul. 76ers on defense. A nice shot by Irving.
Yeah, that's the touch from Kyrie, one of the most dangerous shooters in the game.
Outside, George. Pass to the General. There's the pick. Back to George. Now Embiid. From about 16. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Davis on the follow.
The timing on that putback slam. When Davis doesn't get boxed out, he takes it personally.
Here's the General, who's guarded by Davis. Lets it go with the three. And that will fall. The three-pointer on the line from the General.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The 15-footer. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Davis has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
Good on the three-point shot.
The passing skills of Paul George are simply impressive. This guy is terrific at realizing when he needs to give it up.
Thompson surveying the floor. Back to Irving. For the screen on Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. Irving, good.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. And you know what? We've run out of superlatives to describe this club. They've been untouchable. 31 straight wins. Do you hear me? 31. And sometimes it looks like they're not even breaking a sweat.
Look, at the end of the day, this team, of course, wants to win an NBA championship when it's all said and done. And you know that's what they have their sights on. But it is so nice to enjoy the hype and accolades of a team that is right now steamrolling through the entire league in this incredible stretch. Wow, this has been an amazing thing to watch.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the General, in his last time out against the Rockets, had a huge night. He came away with 41 points, and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. That stat line was really unbelievable. It's something you really had to see to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Now, here is Irving. He has 5. Lets it go from deep. Here's Gafford. Pass to Marshall. The 3. Kept alive. This one for 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
They set the pick. Tarlock. Off target from three-point range. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And it's Davis missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
That one goes in, and it's 8 points for the General.
Don't sleep on Embiid's ability to create for his teammates, and it helps draw defensive attention away from his attack.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Maxey passes to the General. For 3. Rebound by Marshall. Thompson outside, driving to the basket. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. Checked in for Dallas. Thompson comes in for Hardy. The 76ers making a switch here. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 13-4 run. Taking a look at the 76ers. We've got Tyrese Maxey. The General is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's McCain in at the 2-guard. Now, here is Irving. After the miss from the General. It's blocked. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
A different look for Dallas. Anthony Davis comes in for Washington. And it's Marshall in for Christie. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
There's a screen. And he nails it. The three-pointer falls from the General. The General's got 11 points.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
And here is Davis. He has 6 to the inside. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Well, the ability to rise and fire off the catch has defined Klay Thompson.
Pass to the General. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out Doris a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Tarlock. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis, continuing to prove how dominant he is.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to the General. Markkanen a screen on Davis. There's the lob to Markkanen. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, Markkanen, a big-time athlete. Set that lob up in the air and he'll finish.
Now, here's Hardy. Last time out, he had 13 points. There's 18 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Thompson. Dallas moving it around. Fader on the way. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Davis.
But the defense was draped all over him, but he went to the fadeaway and drilled it.
And we've reached halftime in this one. 76ers ahead, leading by 7. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into...
I've got to admit, even when these guys are covered, they make the shots. Yeah, you like to say close out.
And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we might... And that is it for halftime, folks.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And you know the General has been really making it happen, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
They've got Klay Thompson. Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Marshall in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Outside for George. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Pass to Marshall. From past the arc. That shot off. Philadelphia leading by 5. George with the bounce pass. Howard down as the whistle blows. A 3-point play chance.
You know, they've barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Mavericks. It's Davis on the wing. Back to Irving, over Maxey. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. The General's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Embiid dishes to George. Takes a 3. And he drills it. Beautiful release there from the General. And now an 11-point Philadelphia lead. 3rd quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Irving passes to Marshall. To the paint. Here's Davis. Oh, Davis down low.
And when Davis gets going, you are in trouble because he will just power through you to get to his spots.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. The General, good.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Thompson outside. Back to Irving. It's Davis on the wing. He's feeling it. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's George, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
80% shooting to start the 3rd, 4 for 5.
Mavericks trailed by 14. And Thompson kicks to Irving. For the screen on Maxey. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Embiid.
So agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
And here's George for 3. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Davis.
Yeah, easy call.
The 76ers have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. The first one falls.
I really don't think there's a more impactful player in the league. Even on nights when his stats don't show it, Embiid changes everything when he's on the floor.
Washington's checked in for Najee Marshall. Quentin Grimes is checked in for the 76ers. Irving can't hit. Now the 76ers with it. They've got a 13-2 run goal. The general passes to Embiid. We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 16. Washington kicks to Irving. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Washington. Dallas, no good that time either. 76ers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Shoots the three. Maxey, no good. For Dallas, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half through 2 of 8. Now, here is Irving. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when I look at Philadelphia, they were projected to be one of, if not the best team in our league, and thus far, they have not disappointed.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Christie comes in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Hardy in for Irving. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Williams, he's checked in for Thompson. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. In third, the Mavericks.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Will it go? And it's Hardy with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play. Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Williams sets a screen for Washington. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The general passes to Maxey. Here's the general. For the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Christie kicks to Davis. There's a screen by Washington. And Davis, here we go, goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And so it's Philadelphia holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific 3-point shooting display. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Lauri Markkanen. The general is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's McCain in at the point guard. And here's Irving following the 3 from the general. Now Irving. It's Drummond with the rebound. Here's the general, defended by Christie. And he gets the bucket.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Mavericks shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Now, here's Washington. On its way from Irving for 2, and his offensive struggles continue.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Outside, Markkanen. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. Nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. To end the run. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Drummond a screen. Here's Tarlock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. The Generals got 42 in the game.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Really left alone.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Philadelphia's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's the General. Count that bucket. The Generals got 44.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Christie the pass to Irving. Here's Christie. Oh, the lob to Irving.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Drummond throws it down.
How about the anticipation from Andre Drummond, understanding the alley-oop is there and converting with style.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Irving passes to Thompson. Irving a screen on Markkanen. Thompson from long range. Rebound by the 76ers. The Generals got his 7th rebound here tonight. Out to the wing. In the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Now, even with that shoot-first mindset, Klay Thompson willing and able to make a great pass.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The shot's good. The Generals got 46 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, here is Irving. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Tarlock. And the layup's good off the glass. The Generals got 48.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the General.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Thompson with it. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Philadelphia ball.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Caleb Martin. Davis comes in for P.J. Washington. And it's Najee Marshall in for Christie. The General passes to Grimes. Here's Tarlock. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. The Generals got 53.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
The foul couldn't hold Davis down. His scoring ability is just that strong.
– 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the lob to the hoop. It's stolen by Davis. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And great.
Great win tonight, MP. Man, everything feels just a little off. Let's win and go home. We know MP came ready to play.
Coming right up, the Raptors taking on the 76ers. For the Toronto Raptors, they have a grip on third place in the Eastern Conference, and they don't seem to be letting go. Sixers, Raptors, the NBA on 2K Sports. Season's greetings and Merry Christmas to everyone joining us. Well, Grant, there's a lot to love about Christmas Day, not the least of which are the great NBA matchups we always get.
Oh, BA, we've seen some Christmas classics over the years, haven't we? Something about playing on this holiday brings out the best in players and teams.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Paul George. Joel Embiid is out there with Maxey, and it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Dick. Clock at 6. Here's the 3. He drops it from range.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Pass to Maxey. Let's go with a 3. The general, no good. Outside Dick to the middle. Here's Barnes, and McCain pulls it down. Philadelphia with the ball. And it's now 32 games, approaching the 71-72 Lakers. A famed season indeed.
Well, this squad has been on an unreal tear through the competition to this point. No question, this is going to end up being one of the greatest all-time streaks that we have ever seen. How far can these guys go? And what's going to be the factor in the game that ends this streak? That's going to be interesting.
For Toronto, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Philadelphia has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Embiid, a screen on Barnes. Pass to George. Here's the general. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
I've just seen these massive leaps from Paul George throughout his career, particularly as a playmaker.
Here's Abaji. Quickly up top. Maxey covering. And it's quickly with a miss.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's the general. And the 76ers another three.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Barnes. Back to Quickly. To the inside. Here's Dick. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Toronto. Grimes, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Toronto shooting their first free throw tonight. Philadelphia has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And George with the jam.
And PG just springing to the rim.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Quickly passes to Butler. And here's Dick. Fires the three. The general pulls it in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the general, their last time out against the Mavericks, just played phenomenal. He scored 53 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, BA. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Here's the general, coming off a solid outing against Dallas. And then Embiid with the dunk.
And just a huge exclamation point on that finish. Embiid never turns down an opportunity to intimidate the opponent.
Minute 32 left to play in the first quarter. Embiid with a steal. George outside. Fires the three. No good there. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. They trail by 3, and this is their first time matched up with Philadelphia this year. Here's Dick. Misses the 3.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Knocks it down from distance. The Generals got 9. The Raptors have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Quickly passes to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
The Sixers lead by 6. Here's the general. He's got 9. Oh, they pick off the pass. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's Shed missing.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Here's the general. The rebound by Shed.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
There's the triple. He's off on that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 6. And welcome back, one and all. Making a switch here. Bassey's checked in. They've got Walter, and it's Mobo in at the power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Back to Butler. Oh, Butler getting aggressive.
A little show of power from Jimmy Butler up there on the rim.
Out of bounds, the Raptors will take it. Toronto making a switch here.
Substitution for your Raptors.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Now here's Butler. Not a lot of room. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in the game. Brett, you think about Jimmy Butler. Great in the regular season. Even better in the playoffs.
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, he has grit and resilience, but tough-minded in the toughest moments, and that's where his teammates rely on him. Jimmy Butler shows up big come playoff time.
Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers.
Number 21, Joel Embiid.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Butler. The 3 from Barnes. And Grimes pulls it down.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Butler. He's off on the layup.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Here's the general. 1:50 left to play in the second quarter. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Tyrese Maxey. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Pass to Pirtle. Outside Dick from the arc. Pure from three-point range. Dick's got 9.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Manuel quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra-aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Can't get it to drop.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The general passes to Embiid. Here's Grimes. Here's the general. Fires in the triple. The general's got 21 points in the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Kicks it out to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. The 3 is up. The general pulls it in.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
And a fast break now for the Raptors.
How many times have we seen it? Create a steal, get out in the fast break. That's the length of Scotty Barnes.
Down low. And the basket by Embiid. He's got 6.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Quickly from outside. That one is off. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. Back after this.
Welcome, everyone.
I think they've been smart in their approach, guys. I mean, finding ways to set up ready shooters. And if you don't have it, just...
Okay, fellas, now we'll look at the... And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. They've got Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Paul George. And it's McCain in at the 2. Abaji, the pass to Quickly. Pass to Abaji. Quickly outside. 4-3. Counted from distance. Quickly's got 6.
Quickly can space out that floor for you, knock down three-point shooter.
And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last. On the wing, Grady Dick. 9 points in the game. Pass to Pirtle. Outside Barnes. The 3 is up. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's the General from deep. Quickly with a rebound. Brent, we've seen Quickly step up as a team leader since he came into the league.
Well, he's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very beginning. It's taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general. Defensively, you have to account for Quickly when he's on the floor. He knows how to generate offense in a hurry.
Toronto shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And Quickly drops them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's the General. Philadelphia with another miss. Here's Toronto with the ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Here's Abaji. George defending. Kicks it out to Barnes. Five to shoot. Pass to Quickly. 3-pointer. It's tipped. Fast break, Philadelphia. And the General gets it to go. The General's got 23.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And it's Quickly with a miss. Philadelphia leading by 10. Pass to the General. The 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. The General's got 5 points in the quarter.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half. Now nails another.
Inside. And that one is hammered home.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket. Here's
the General. He's got 26. Back to Maxey. Pass to the general. Launches it. Another three for Philadelphia.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Quickly passes to Dick. Here's Abaji. Back to Dick. Barnes with it. Fires for three. The rebound by Embiid.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Outside Maxey. Pass to the general. Fires from deep. Quickly with the rebound. Raptors trail by 14. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's the general. Jacks up a three. The shot no good. And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Back to Quickly. Outside Dick. Pass to Pirtle. The three from Quickly. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three.
Really known as a microwave scorer, Quickly's fearlessness is what allows him to really get cooking.
And he sinks the second.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
And he nails the third. 58 seconds left in the third. Maxey passes to the general. For three. Sinks it from distance. The general's got 32 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Quickly passes to Dick. Here he goes. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
13 fouls.
First free throw is good.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
So both teams changing it up here. Philadelphia leading by 12. Drummond with the screen. The general. And Drummond with the jam.
Drummond uses his rebounding instincts on the offensive glass so well. Those second chance opportunities, they can hurt you.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Dick. Pass to Shed. Here's Mobo. Takes a three. And the three-pointer goes. Mobo's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's the general. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Butler, and it's Bassey in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
All game long, they've just done a great job of keeping the pressure on the defense and penetrating with the pass. They've gotten everything inside, and they've converted there.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Butler. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's the general. The three. Another three for Philadelphia.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Raptors trail by 18. Here's Shed. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. With the drive. Pass to Mobo. Just 5 to shoot. Up and in on the layup.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
A line change here for Toronto. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's the general. He's guarded by Barnes. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Beyond the arc. The general, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Pirtle. Barnes with it. Here's Dick. No good on the three.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Philadelphia with another miss. Raptors trail by 16. And now the Raptors on the break. Barnes with it. Picked up by Embiid. Barnes against Embiid. Quickly deciding where to go with it. The three ball. Rebound by Philadelphia. Here's the general. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, just an outstanding find by Maxey. More than willing to give it up to open teammates.
Outside Dick, pass to Barnes. Off target with the three. The Sixers lead by 18. Maxey passes to the general. Back to Maxey. Here's the general from outside the arc. Rebound Toronto. Agbaji's got 6 rebounds in the game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Dick. 13 feet out. That's good on the jumper.
Oh, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Oh, it's stolen.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the 76ers.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for the general.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
A line change here for Toronto. And there's a pick. Butler passes to Bassie. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Time and time again, Butler just making the right play.
To the paint. Deflects the pass. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
All alone on the break. And it's Butler with the jam. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Drummond with the screen. The general. Good! Another from 3.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown. To the inside. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup. So it's Philadelphia now. It's a 14-point game. Drummond with the screen. The general. Offensive rebound. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
And he recovers it. Out of bounds. It'll be Sixers ball. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Launches a three. Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. And that three pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, matching Clay's 14. One more shouldn't be too much to ask.
So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win.